This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Caskets.
Are we burying the Queen's Court or? Oh,
Wow.
okay.
We are burying something.
Hashtag too soon.
I'm putting a gag order on this girl because she's doing too much already. But we are burying something that's not them yet.
Okay.
We are burying the handshakes. We're burying daps, fist bumps. The only greeting that we will go by from here on out is the cross-armed salute from Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing else.
Yep. Wakanda forever in my neck.
I'm not doing no ghetto handshake, no half hugs. I'm doing the straight cross arms everywhere I'm going from here on out.
I thought you were going to say because it's flu season. The end of February, beginning of March is definitely a peak season for flu season, as DC is 77 degrees today, and it's going to be 40 degrees by Saturday, and with threats of snow. I'm just like, no daps. I'm not shaking no hands.
No air fist bumps. I'm just cross-arming girls.
But I could blame Wakanda. I could just I could blame Wakanda forever.
Bow. That's it.
Thank you for getting me out of that, because I really didn't know it. I was like, no, I don't shake hands. Get away from me.
Yeah, just do it. And even the white people will be like, ooh, look, this is cool.
Yeah.
So,
a hot topic.
We RIP'd the fuck out of that.
And found a way, a reason to... Shout out to you, our nurse on staff.
Keeping you girls healthy. Almost. Some of you got some. Well, this is your colorful commentary in everything black, gay, and in the intersections in between. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am AKA the other light-skinned Keith Sweat, BKA the boy member of the Dormelage.
And my name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course RonaldMatters.com. I'm being honored with the Public Service Award for my writing next month. So I will tell y'all more about that at the end when we do other things.
Come on, awards stacking up.
Oh yeah.
We need a case at this point.
Oh my God, I don't want the Monique case, but
yeah. So we can do videos in front of
something where you can turn the lights on and then turn the lights off, because girl,
turn the lights on.
I'm humble. You know, turn the lights on when I'm being flashy, but turn the light off when I'm being humble.
And you only being humble. Never mind.
What's our icebreaker this week?
Our icebreaker this week is name someone straight that you want to turn gay, and also name someone gay that you'd want to turn straight.
Well, of course, you know my favorite. He shares the same birthday as Beyonce, Mr. Marcus.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
So you turn Mr. Marcus gay. Like we would have to erase all this good ass porn that he's done. Yeah. And hope that he made it into gay porn. Okay.
And in the same vein, can we take Ace Rockwood and make him heterosexual for real? Because whatever Ace Rockwood's new name is as a heterosexual performer, I can watch his heterosexual porn videos. I cannot watch him in a gay porn video. I was like, you know, since I'm delving into him as a straight performer, let me go back and watch some of the gay ones. I still can't. I don't.
Yeah, his straight porn is way better. And I always take offense because all his gay porn is with condoms, and then all his straight porn is without condoms. I'm like, why are you trusting these straight bitches more than you trust the gay men? They all are susceptible.
Can't trust no nigga, no. Kanye told y'all that.
Ooh. Well,
Get the casket. Hey, multiple caskets. Line the caskets up.
Put the bookmark right
Casket sharp.
Put the bookmark right in there. We'll come right back to that page. Someone straight that I would want to turn gay, obviously in the vein of everything Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan. We also want to turn him into black loving and black affirming while we're at it. Someone gay that I would want to turn straight. Andrew Caldwell. Yeah, we don't need him on.
Women's.
We don't need him on this team.
He was on Instagram Live and said, "I gotta go, y'all. I gotta find me a woman."
We don't.
I gotta go.
Just go. Just go. You don't have to go and find a woman. Just go.
Less announcements.
Just motherfucking go. Jesus Christ.
Hopefully, our word of the day is something that coincides with caskets or gender bending, gender non-conforming or something. I don't know.
Well, our word of the day is actually less about gender and more about race.
Okay.
The word of the day this week is diaspora.
You picked a big old real good word.
Yeah.
You was picking like stuff
'Cause
from
we got-
Urban Dictionary first.
Well, we got size queens out there, and they want me to pick big words, and so they can feel, full,
Complete.
on the inside.
Okay.
And so, the word of the day is diaspora. I felt that diaspora was extremely important because, again, in the Black Panther debates, we have seen Black and African people show their ass about their motherfucking opinions, and I would like to make sure that we spotlight what the fuck diaspora really means. It really was popular because of the Jewish Holocaust, but the word transcended the Jewish Holocaust and included blackness that is outside of Africa and inside of the Caribbean islands and inside of the United States of America and inside of parts of Europe. And I felt like it's extremely important because a lot of people were talking about, well, black people were appropriating African culture by wearing kente cloth and African garb and all kinds of other things to the Black Panther premiere. I'm like, how can I appropriate something that's still mine? It's still mine. I don't have to have been grown up in Africa one day of my life to not have African ancestry. And so that shit is still fucking mine.
And when y'all do y'all 23andMe results and it still points back to, y'all don't like to talk about it, but yeah, y'all okay, get it together, .org, .gov, whatever you need to, but get out of my face. How about that?
And get you some facts. That's the most important part. Stop trying to propagate this lie and idea that African Americans don't have African in front of American. I'm African and then I'm American.
Come on.
And I'm also part of the diaspora. And being part of the diaspora means I can still wear anything from my culture, whether it be my African culture, whether it be my Spanish culture, whether it be any culture that I really am. That's still my culture, and you can't take that from me, and you can't misidentify.
Oh,
me.
and you can't take it from me either. I know because I'm femme, y'all would like to try to fight me first, but I got friends, so yeah, it's mine as well.
And his friends have warrants and shit. So
and their mask.
Yeah, so we liable to fight. We are liable to fight in the street.
But shout out to Black Panther though.
Yes.
Are we moving on to hot topics?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like we could spend 45 minutes, and if that's the only hot topic this week, I'm not opposed. But
I wish it was because we would and could talk about it for the whole episode, but we're not. But we're only gonna talk about it for 5 seconds. Black Panther was absolutely, again, we're not gonna spoil it for anyone that has not seen it. If you have not seen it, I don't know.
Nope, The internet agreed that we would wait till Monday before we start posting our think pieces, spoiler alerts, and things. And today is Wednesday, so we can definitely talk about these things at this point.
Well, the think pieces is why I got to the diaspora point of why that needed to be a word of the day, because people obviously were missing that part of the subject. But aside from that, Black Panther was absolutely the blackest thing.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Again,
Brilliant.
Just like everyone else has told you, it is absolutely amazing. It gets our here for it stamp. But it's the blackest thing that you have ever seen.
I think they said 235 million, which beat the last Marvel
235 million domestically, 404 million worldwide, which made it the biggest opening of a 4-day movie ever.
So does Mr. Kugler get a rebound check on the back end? Because I would like to give him my back end, if on the front end and the back end.
So listening to that nigga talk.
It's very Oakland.
It is very Oakland, but
Oakland.
It's just so, it's Trey like, and you know I'm not, anyway.
But I like him without, look, I'm looking, look, that's a nice look. Clint.
Yeah.
We're doing Google images of him, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, he's absolutely
Thick,
bankable. I see why Michael B. Jordan is giving up the Bujanas.
And doing multiple movies with him, award winning, because Fruitvale Station was a hit. The last movie they did was a
Creed.
hit. This movie is a hit. They're getting ready to do Creed 2, which is going to be a hit. They're doing 2 other movies. Michael B. Jordan is going to play a civil rights something.
Yes.
And then there's going to be an appearance in the school teachers. It was 11 school teachers in Atlanta who cheated records or something like that on school government tests. And they went to jail. And then so they're about to do a movie. Shout out to when they said they were a team. Kugler and Michael B. Jordan.
I just would like them to team up on
#award winning.
Team up on me if they're gonna be a team.
Oh, so these are 2 men you want to turn LGBT. Well, you said Michael Bay at first.
Yeah, yeah. My stories have not changed.
Consistent teas come through.
But again, as far as Black Panther being the blackest thing that you have ever seen, it is blacker than Kool-Aid with a whole bag of sugar. It is blacker than standing in a mile-ass long line for J's, because that's what we do. It's blacker than when Miles fucked Faith at the goddamn recital hall. That was black. And then he showed up to Sunday dinner. Look, Nick, no, you can't come over here. This is my mama's house.
How did Trade get here?
He tried the fuck out of it.
All right now.
He wasn't supposed to be
He was not. Sir, have work. Do something.
It's blacker than putting the cable in your baby's name.
Oh my God. We put the light bill in my... Well, they put the light bill in my name. But
And so the smallest spoiler I can give y'all without spoiling it if you have not seen it is obviously Beyonce catfished us. We thought that Beyonce might be somewhere in the soundtrack.
Y'all assumed.
We thought maybe she was just in the
Y'all
back.
assumed.
Like as an extra somewhere, or she was just a random queen in the back. Because, of course, Beyonce should be in the movie. But she catfished. She just literally just dressed up as Black Panther all weekend. And had nothing to do with it. To my light-skinned brethren.
Yeah, because on the Love B. Scott podcast, him and his co-host was saying, where would we fit? Because Love B. Scott is real light-skinned, and his co-host is definitely like high yellow. I love the Love B. Scott podcast. Go listen to that if you haven't. But I was like, I don't know where they would go, and I feel so bad because
they don't need to go, and that's the problem. And that's the issue that I saw so many light-skinned tears on the internet crying about. Well, why weren't we represented in this movie about black people? Because you are represented in every other movie about black people all of the time. There is never an opportunity for a light-skinned man or a light-skinned woman to not be in something. And so this was an opportunity for dark-skinned people to shine. You don't have to take away from their shine to be on the pedestal. You've been on the pedestal. Find any other black movie, black horror, black comedy, black porn. You can find a light-skinned actor or actress. Y'all don't have no shortage of jobs. And to see the outcry of light-skinned people talking about they weren't represented in Black Panther, I just, your white is showing. That's all that I could think of about that. Your white is showing. The parts of you that are white that want to be shown in something that's supposed to be diverse, that's supposed to not just be about you, your white is showing. And I see you.
One of the ladies in the Dora Milaje is supposed to be LGBT, and she was questioning about if there was a scene for her character where they did some things, and then two, why was it cut? And she responded gracefully. She was like, there's so much that we have to tell the people that come to see the movie right now, like, what is Wakanda? What is the Black Panther about? What are the goals of our nation and what we're trying to do? So if there was to be an LGBT kissing scene between two lesbians, I mean, it's so much more going on in the storytelling of the first movie. Just support the first movie and stay tuned, and then that way you can get more of what's going on in Wakanda, and you can get that LGBT representation that so many of you seem to be looking for. And I think that that's very gracious, because we've all got to. There was so much, and I just feel like there could have been so much more.
Yeah, I agree, and
I'm
not even holding it against the first Black Panther movie, because I knew that they had to establish themselves. Like if you go into a sex party, you can't just go in and be like, I'm versed tonight. No, go in with your dick or go in with your ass.
You gotta lead with one.
Lead with what you got, and Black Panther led with what it got. Now in the comics, there are members of the Dora Milaje that are lesbians, just like in the comics there are members of the Amazons with Wonder Woman that are lesbians. They didn't show those in the first movie, so in both instances of Wonder Woman or Black Panther. So I let that slide.
Yeah, it was the first one. They had a lot to show us.
Now come the sequel, I'm gonna need somebody to at least be sniffing cat or something on either one, on Wonder Woman or the Black Panther, because there is so much canon fodder of lesbianism in the
especially in Wonder Woman,
in the Amazon,
all woman island.
In the Amazons,
it's got to be something,
and in the Dora Milaje. And so I need a little sniff of somebody that might lick a clit. I just need a little sniff of it.
Well,
I will also, before we move on from Black Panther, I will also like to if someone out there is afraid of Stacey Dash, please go check on her.
Wow.
Please go check on her.
What does she have to do with Black Panther?
She don't. But all this black shit, it might take her out.
Oh my gosh! All this black excellence.
Yeah, it might take her out.
My God.
It's Black History Month. We making all this money out here. We saying right things in the media. I just want somebody to check on our clueless sister.
Oh no! Hashtag clueless. It's not a joke. She is.
She's clueless. I just make sure she's okay.
Oh my God.
So that's all I wanted to say on that.
Well, Black Panther is amazing. I plan to go see it again this weekend. I feel bad for whatever movie's coming out because
nothing's coming out till March, and that was the plan. And so I'm excited for the white people that instituted that plan behind this to say, there's nothing.
The financial
else
girls,
yeah, there's
the
nothing
financial
coming
girls
out
like you don't
all
want to
of
put your
Black
movie
History
out
Month
this week.
Let's just slay the whole weekend.
Don't put your new single out. No new videos.
Yeah.
No, unless it's Black Power. Yeah.
I would encourage the music industry to do the same real soon because Beyonce took her braids out. So,
and also Nicki Minaj is missing, and Birdman was on an interview today talking about she's in the studio. I was like, oh shit.
all right,
Nicki Minaj is in the studio, and Beyonce just took her braids down. Get your taxes and put it in a savings account you can't touch until April 21st. Minimum.
A bond.
Get it in something.
I was gonna save that till a little bit later, but then you said that, so I guess we'll go there. Miss Wendy Williams. Continues to try things, and I see her for her works now. So like previously, I was like, I don't understand this Beyonce hate. I didn't understand it because I'm like, you're also a fan of music. You're a fan of lots of different music. You're a fan of old school music. You're a fan of new school music, but you just can't get with this one girl. And so, with her hate today about Beyonce needing auto-tune, I figured it out.
Okay.
She wanted war with the Hive, and she wanted people to be talking about something that she said on the show for people to be looking at her future episodes because it's about to be Sweeps Week. And so, since it's about to be Sweeps Week, let me just say something to make the
sweeps
the girls
do come up in March, April-ish.
Yeah, let me say something
right now.
Let me say something to rile the girls up, and the girls gonna be watching me to see if I say something else. And even if I don't, they watching me.
Okay.
And so I saw the business model in it, and so I didn't hate her as much after I saw that. I was like, all right, make your check. But I know you don't believe that because she said Mariah Carey in the same breath didn't need auto-tune.
So, definitely as a person who looks at the number one talk show, was off the air for 3 days because its host has flu-like symptoms, suffering from her thyroid things going on. She's got to come back hard and fast because she's got to make up for 3 business days. Imagine if you went to work and your check was short for 3 days. Like, girl, I can't go to Sunday Fun Day with y'all this pay period because, girl, child, 50 to 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So I'm like, I can't go to Sunday Fun Day with y'all. And then she was just off of flu-like symptoms, and she came back and said my thyroid was acting up and my medicine was off, and I had to do blah blah blah. But she can't let y'all know that, like, oh, I would say something reckless and I'm still coming at your next. So even though that's my journalism fave, I went to college, I studied journalism. I'm excited about all things journalistic, and including counting as many times as she says allegedly in one show. So she don't get sued or reportedly. But she's been off work for 3 days. She's got to come back strong. She's got to come back hard. She's got to hit you. And so it's going against Beyonce, going against Cassie and Diddy being together, going against Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes. You know, she's got to go against all of the heavy hitters where she know if I say this will cause a stir on the internet, cause a stir in some gossip magazines, because I need people to know I took 3 days off work.
And they need to tune in tomorrow to see what else I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And so that's why I respected the game. That's why I respected the game and didn't take it as personal as some of the other Hive
Still
members.
One of my faves.
I won't say that, but
my faves.
The rest of the Hive continue to get her ass. They got her ass together.
Y'all let it work. Y'all supposed to. We're Beyonce fans. You know, people. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
And there's only one head wearing crowns right now.
Amen.
Okay, and she took her braids out recently, so we know.
Anyway. Oh my God. So.
Also, Black China has saw another sucker.
Can we move on?
and she decided that she wanted to lick that sucker.
I perform better than that. And I know that you're not a thing, but you perform better than that when it's your turn to perform. If you was going to.
Every time that I do put my mouth to a dick, it ain't that. I'll just leave that there. Black China.
I said let's move on.
Black China decided.
Are you trying to be the T.S. Madison and I'm Nakaya? Because I just asked us to move on. You didn't move on.
You're going to have to walk off set.
Oh, wow.
Black China decided she was going to suck this sucker. And
she was going to do something, but sucking it ain't what she did.
She didn't do that. And there was also a camera in her face doing this fuckery.
On her phone. So we're recording the video on your phone. Are you still going to be embarrassing?
I wish the fuck somebody was recording me sucking dick. And I'm not showing the fuck out. I'm like, oh, well, I'm being recorded. I'm gonna go there. I'm going the extra. I'm about to be.
Because I want to look back at the video and say, like, I did that.
I did that.
I don't.
I'm not ashamed of this being posted because look at this nigga almost nutted in my eyeball because all of the things that I did.
I just don't know.
And she just did the utter least
of somebody the bare minimum
of somebody that should be on genius level of sucking dick. Like, you are a stripper. I'm not saying you had to suck dick to be a stripper.
Nope.
I'm just saying it came with the job.
Mm-hmm. Not it came.
It didn't come. That's the problem.
Wow.
There was.
And rumor has it there's another video of him hitting it from the back or something, and she was acting like she could.
I just would like Black China to make sure that she subscribes to Here for a Podcast because obviously she did not hear one of our previous episodes titled "Suck It," where I told the girls, "Suck the dick, suck the goddamn dick. Why are you playing with the dick? If you don't want to suck the dick, stop putting it in your mouth. Stop asking niggas to put it in your mouth direction. Stop fool la line and
go all the way.
Suck the dick. Are you trying to suck dick or are you trying to play?
I want you to put it all the way in.
Suck the motherfucking dick." I said this on a previous episode. Go back to that episode if you haven't heard it. I had very colorful commentary about it, and that still remains for Angela Black China, whatever her name is.
Yep.
Also, happy birthday to Rihanna.
Happy birthday, Rihanna.
Rihanna deserves to have a fucking high ass happy birthday. She's reportedly
30 years old.
She's reportedly fucking a billionaire right now, so get money.
Why would she not be?
Yeah.
Actress. Singer.
Okay.
No, she's an actress second. Singer.
Yeah.
Actress.
This not.
We love you, Rihanna. We just
this
don't
not
know.
Going away.
You do so many things.
Happy
I don't
birthday.
know which way to put the things in order. Yes.
We just love you, so we just gonna leave that there.
What's your favorite Rihanna song?
California King Bed.
I really don't have a favorite song. I just remember what rated R meant and what loud meant after that. So,
but I love the
I like Rude Boy though. Rude Boy just takes me up. Want you to make me.
Was that other album No Apologies? What was that called? Where she had the graffiti all over her body.
With Fresh Off the Runway on it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Talk That Talk. Oh shit, I'm not
Unapologetic.
Ready. Yes, that was a good album.
So that was my favorite Rihanna era because Rihanna knew who the fuck she was in that moment and
she did
wore it everywhere and told y'all who the fuck she was. And so that was my favorite Rihanna era because it's Rihanna Day apparently. And 30.
Come on, Diamonds. Diamonds was the lead single off that album.
And Diamonds is her best vocal performance of her life.
Well, Love on the Brain is definitely her second.
Well, she didn't do that well live a whole bunch of times, but we're not talking about that.
Rihanna, we love you.
We do. Offset has given his reasons of why he proposed to Cardi B, and I'm not here for it. I
needed that song to go up on the charts or something. He said. What did he say?
1, for motorsport.
Yeah.
2, because the record label told me to. 3, because I love that bitch. What?
I think he said, I got love.
I got
love or something. I'm like, I got love. That ain't the first thing you said. First of all, that's not the first thing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Whoa.
When you decide to propose to any bitch or man, the first reason that you should be proposing to them is because you love them so much and you want to spend the rest of your life with them. And the dick and the pussy is amazing, and you
very LGBT.
yeah,
That's gay.
Those are the things that you decide you want to marry them for, not because y'all got a single coming out.
And because the Nicki Minaj feature didn't work.
And so he's being combative today. And I'm
you the Kaya again? I'm over here to T.S. Madison. We just switching roles.
This is not a versatile podcast. I want y'all to know that off top.
And we get in trouble for that. But
fuck them.
We can't, because at some point you got to be a top and I've got to be a bottom or something. I don't know.
Well, let's tag in and tag out. I'm like, oh, this is a bottom for me. Well, I'm like, oh, this is the top for you.
Oh yes, definitely. 901. Answer him the number.
Also, while we're talking about business partner relationships,
okay, tag your it.
No one wins when the family feuds is what Jay-Z told y'all.
Didn't Jay-Z just come out with a video in the church?
Yeah, no one wins when the family feuds, and we saw it up close and personal this weekend with the Queen's Court. I had the pleasure and distinction of being on a panel with T.S. Madison and Kaya. I was going to say Queen Kaya, but I didn't know if that's her new name.
All right.
Just Kaya. The Queen's Court and I and a couple other members of Impulse DC. Shout out
Planned
to AJ.
Parenthood. Shout out to AJ. They were Team Condom.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to my partner, Devin. Who was Team Prep. We had a really good, healthy conversation.
It's on YouTube. Impulse DC Condom versus Prep. It will come up. No pause. I searched it, so I know it's there. But also go to Facebook Impulse Group DC. They have it on their feed. My friend did so good. I know you're about to go into a lot of different things, but I first have to say, Ezra Coles, you did amazing.
Thanks.
Amazing.
The most important part, again, like I've been talking about for 47,000 episodes of this, is
and I'm Team Condom, but
that's cool. You so sweet. Is to make sure that we save lives. Okay. Before Prep came along, there were tens of millions of people that died because they didn't have anything else. And so if we save a life, that's all I'm here for. I'm also here for Patreon. And so if you're not subscribed to our Patreon, that would be really nice and dope if you did that. $1 a day can feed a nigga. Thanks. But what I'm getting to is the family is feuding over at the Queen's Court, and obviously the family is about to be in a divorce / breakup / get the kids scenario. Being right there next to them, seeing their quote unquote chemistry, I see the problem. The problem is Kaya and T.S. Madison can be cute friends, but not business partners. They have completely different business strategies. They have completely different wants, desires, and goals business-wise, and it's never going to work until one of them decides that they want to be on par with the other. And I'm not going to point no fingers at nobody. I'm just going to say what I saw and what I reported. You
were on the panel.
I'm reporting live.
From the panel.
They are cute friends. They are really good friends. They are horrible business partners. And I saw that play out throughout the weekend. I saw it play out right in my face. I was like, I see why y'all have problems. They also both took to Instagram Live to read each other and read each other's issues.
And I'm still Team Madison.
I am as well.
I saw after your thing that y'all did, I saw Madison after taking pictures with us and after looking and yes, baby, I love you. Tune in March, whatever she was. The Queen's Court's coming. I saw T.S. Madison after doing that. Where Kaya was?
Kaya left immediately after the gig. Again,
I couldn't tell you.
No shade.
I didn't see her. I'm not saying she left. I'm just saying I did not see her.
I saw her leave.
Oh, okay.
She was there first, which surprised me because I was like, Kaya being early to something?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was drinks. Drinks was free.
Okay.
Whatever.
Impulse has a lot of great, amazing things going on.
They're not going to invite me back after this shit. Anyway.
No, Kaya we love Impulse. Impulse will invite us.
We do. But anyway, Kaya was there first. She was there before we got there, which, again, I'm like...
I was like, girl, we walked in at 1:30. How's she already here?
So she was there early. kudos, congrats to her for that. But she left as soon as the gig was over, as soon as fan involvement.
Maybe her plane left. I don't know. Maybe her flight was different than Tia's flight. Because apparently, according to the girls, that on Friday night their hotels was completely different as well.
But they were completely different because one didn't want to stay in the same hotel,
and we know who caused that. So,
but anyway, again, like I said, no one wins when the family feuds, and so if you cannot get together with your friend to do something business wise, do not try to do no business with your friend. And I say that while I'm sitting next to a friend doing business.
All right now,
I would never do business with someone that I felt like did not want to do the same business that I want to do. If you just want to do this for fun, shits, giggles, you're not trying to be in business with me.
No, you're seriously not. I'm about my analytics and my statistics, and I'm trying to
make a wave. I'm trying to save lives. I'm trying to make a wave. I'm trying to make a name for myself. I'm trying to make a name for black gay men. And if you're not on that wave, don't get on the surfboard with me.
Bye.
And that's the problem that I see with the Queen's Court. I wish them the best of luck.
I want TS. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I know you were having a serious moment. I want TS to go get someone who's in the LGBT community making things happen. Not necessarily Funky Dineva.
I don't think that's going to be
I want her to go get someone who is serious about black LGBT lives, possibly another trans person. I would live.
Oh yeah.
We are on all of the panels and we go get all the awards. I'm gonna get emotional. But, I want T.S. Medicine to go get another T.S. person. It's T.S. Medicine and T.S. so-and-so. And us trans girls out here, we have voices and opinions and T.S. this. Because if it's not for these men accomplishing their needs at the lowest level of anything that they would have sex with, imagine queer men looking to marry. I sat on a panel in Houston at the Center for Black Equity, and I saw they had a whole trans panel, and it was like you had to be there. I can't explain it, but black trans women endure so much. Like the black woman endures so much. Imagine being a trans woman, being on the street, being a sex worker. At least if you're a black woman, black men kind of sort of respect you. They'll demean you in a song because they think it's cute with their friends. But like you have a much higher respect as black trans women walking the street. I just really want to get this 7 to 10 minutes out, and you're trash. And T.S. Medicine talks all the time about how she was robbed on the streets and still had to get back out there and recoup what the fuck she lost. Imagine having $230 tonight. And then at 3:20 a.m. losing all of it because some trade robbed you. I want... this is my vision, but I don't know what your vision is. Do you see Kaya coming back, or what do you see happening for the Queen's
There's no
Court?
way...
I don't know.
There's no way that if I was T.S. Madison, I would work with Kaya again. I think they have like 2 or 3 more bookings left. I would just be at the most peaceful that I can be throughout them bookings, and then continue to let my star rise, because
T.S. Madison has done everything she can to be diplomatic, platonic, LOL. Regal.
Yeah, and Kaya's out here just trying to be a value daughter of Christ, and that's it.
A value daughter or the other Mary?
A great value.
I'm like, she out here being the light skinned Mary, not the Erica Campbell Mary. I don't even know what the other Mary name is.
The good one.
Yeah, there's only one good Mary and one bad Mary. And that the gag is it's the same in the Bible and the same in reality.
Oh no, the other one's Mary Magdalene.
So moving on.
This week in sexual health, I wanted to discuss...
Before you do sexual health.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for following us on the internet at HereForItPod, going to HereForItPod.com, and of course using our official hashtag HereForItHive. This morning we gave a shout out to 3 amazing men who have always supported us, and so it's the social media.
And it was cute.
Okay. And I've decided that I'm going to do MCM, Here For It Hive members. Like our photos, leave us great comments, and you could be our MCM on Here For It Podcast. So I'm going to do Here For It Hive, MCM. Or should I not do MCM? I don't know. I haven't fleshed it out, no pause. But thank you guys. We love you so much. We don't even know how to show you all the love that you deserve. I just don't.
And we're going to continue to figure out ways to show you that love. And if you would like to also be subscribed to the love that we're about to show our Here For It Hive members, you can go over to our Patreon, Here For It podcast, and donate at least $1 a month.
All right now.
And you can get a shout out on the Superman's Instagram.
That sounds like paying for a shout out. We're not a S4S type of girl. No. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm drawing a conclusion from it anyway.
Well, I don't necessarily have to shout out them out. I can shout out their charity. I can shout out their business.
That would be great.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to do a personal shout out. I can do a business shout out, especially if it's a black business.
29,000, 30,000 followers.
Or a black gay business, is which I would love the most.
Amen.
Or, a charity or an event coming up where black gay men should be supporting it and should be knowing about it.
Shout out to the Blairisms, because you've been great as a brand ambassador for the Blairisms. And I see them continue to grow and, all of their celebrity endorsements. But the Blairisms continue to have a successful t-shirt line because of the black gay community. And I love that.
Confirmed. We just got to get with the winning teams. And so I want y'all to get with the winning team and go over to our Patreon.
And expose yourself in sexual health.
This week in sexual health, I want to talk about prejudice versus preference, because
I'm listening. Okay, prejudice versus preference.
Because it's an ongoing conversation and no one seems to have the right answer to it. And so I at least wanted to pose the question, throw it out there, and I want y'all to comment down below in the SoundCloud, in the iTunes comments. That was very
Apple Podcasts.
That was very Nene Leaks of me. In the bridemaid comments, and let me know what you all think, and is there really a difference or is it really wrong? Like, sometimes people feel like their preference is not prejudice, but it really is really prejudiced. So no fats, no femmes. Is that a prejudice?
The obvious one.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the biggest and obvious one. Is that a prejudice or a preference?
As much as it occurs, I want to say that it's a prejudice, but I also understand it as a preference, because the search for masculinity in a lot of men is so prevalent. But you also said the search for masculinity is a feminine trait. You said that in another episode.
It's rooted in femininity.
And
it's
so I get confused.
So the search for masculinity is rooted in femininity, because you can't find that same masculinity within yourself, and that's why you seek it in other people, and that's what makes it a feminine trait. It's like, well, that's what a female would do. A female would be searching.
This, so I'm out here on the
a
hunt.
female would be searching for the most masculine, the most quote unquote trade type of nigga, because she's not that, and she wants to complete herself, quote unquote, by finding that masculinity that she lacks. And I see that same thing in the gay men and the gay culture, in looking for masculinity that they don't have, and then saying, oh, I'm masculine, but I'm also looking for a masculine man. But you got gel tips. There's nothing wrong with getting your nails done, but you have gel tips, ma'am. You have gel tips on your hands and on your feet.
Gel tips last longer, no shade. But
this is why he looked for masculinity.
But no, that's not why I look for masculinity, because I like high quality products, so that makes me feel. I'm not saying defend it, but I'm just saying acknowledge it.
Gel tips don't equal high quality.
Okay.
Like, you can get a high quality manicure without getting gel tips. I've gotten plenty of high quality manicure.
Okay. That's all you're gonna get out of me.
Plenty of high quality manicures and pedicures without getting the gel treatment.
Okay.
And these toes and these fingers.
You need acrylic on them toes,
That's the problem. See,
no
that again.
gag.
That's what.
Get the casket for them toes.
So we need to figure out when it is preferential and when it is prejudicial. And so when it's prejudicial, it's meaning you are excluding people because of something that you inwardly dislike.
Okay.
Not because it's something that you're just, I'm not attracted to that.
Okay.
Like, I may not necessarily be attracted to small people. And when I say small people,
like midgets, dwarves.
Yes. I may not necessarily be attracted to that. But I might see one that's like that look like Michael B. Jordan, and he 3'5". I'm like, you know what? I ain't never done nothing like this, but let me fuck around with it.
Oh, look, awful thing like me.
You
You don't know
fuck around
damn.
with it. And
What's
just
that?
See what happened. When you take them clothes off, it might be a whole different situation.
It usually is.
And so that would be me stating my preferences, and then my preferences being challenged, and me not falling into the norms of being prejudiced and saying, "Oh well, no, I can't do nobody that's 3'5". That's just not me. I don't feel like that. I can't do that. I can't take that home to my mama." That's the difference between prejudiced and preferential.
Okay.
And in sexual health, I want to make sure that we know the differences between the same things, because oftentimes we say, "Oh, well, that's just my preference." I'm like, no, is your preference rooted in prejudice? Because if your preference is rooted in prejudice, then it's not a preference. I can prefer to have oranges over bananas, but am I not having bananas because it look like dicks, and I feel like when I eat a banana in public, I look like a bottom because I swallowed the whole thing whole? Get your life together.
Oh wow, that was a lot. Because I do like bananas because they're great for potassium and they give you great short bursts of energy. Usually when people are getting ready to go to the gym.
Bursts in your mouth.
Yeah, short bursts, amazing. This week in social studies, the headline I wrote was "Telling Your Friends Everything About Your Relationship." Because I watched
Hated it.
Married to Medicine this Friday, and then
Oh damn, I was getting there.
Real Housewives of Atlanta on Sunday. And Dr. Heavily felt like she had learned so much about her friends and their relationships that she had wrote down all of these questions and told them to come sit in the chair, and she was going to ask them questions, and as the quote unquote relationship expert, and she was going to, make them answer these questions as a couple, and they were going to come closer. Pause. Because, child, what? I don't know. And then on Sunday, Real Housewives of Atlanta closed with Eva Marcille telling Cynthia Bailey that she knew something about her current boo. And then this week's episode opened with, Portia Stewart knows something about Cynthia Bailey's man as well. And so I just have to tell you this as your friend. Sweetheart. Y'all need to calm down with what y'all are telling your friends when you are in a relationship.
What about your friends?
Nick Matiash with Marriage.com listed a blog article. He posted a blog article. 12 things to never tell your friends about your relationship.
How big his dick is.
3 things we're going to discuss on this podcast, Here for a Pod. Your sex life. I disagree with this one a little bit, openly, no pause. Because he wrote, no one needs to know how many times you've done it in the past month, or how tame or wild it is. I disagree with that because usually with my friends, maybe it's just because I'm friends with tops, I know that when they haven't done things, they get weird. They start acting weird. Men, I just feel like and it's not just a per person thing. They just need to be with the bottom and have the caresses and the touches, or maybe even just the physical thing in the thing, and maybe they get somewhere they need to go for the short period of time. But as their friend, I know it's not even that he just needs something serious right now. He just need to get something off his stuff.
Off his balls.
I disagree with that one a little bit. The second one that Nick said was, anything that you haven't told Bay, don't tell your friends. If you feel like his sex needs improvement, if you feel like he isn't mask enough, or if you want him to top you more often, or, anything you haven't told Bay, like, oh my gosh, I really wish he would just go back to school and get that something, and get his mother in line about this. If you haven't told him, do not tell your friends, because in an argument, even as the Superman's friend, the first thing I'm bringing up when I want to cut him deep and sharp, I'm going to bring up what his man ain't doing for my friend, ain't did, or he ain't mask enough, or if he don't do enough positions for my friend. And this go, wow, so you over there telling Rona Matters, I don't do you in this position, or
And they all think that already.
They already think. So of course, me saying that out loud was just going, jab.
That'll fuck them up.
The third thing is details of your latest fight. Don't tell your friends details of your latest fight.
Unless it includes domestic violence, then definitely do tell your friends and tell the police.
The description is the smallest little fight. Oh my gosh, he didn't cook, or he didn't make this, or he didn't do this, or those little small fights, the small ones, you don't have to tell your friends about, because all relationships have nuances. There's things you don't like about your mother, things you don't like about your best friend, things you don't like about your man. Child, there are little small nuances. So you don't have to tell your friends the details of the latest fight unless it's something major. So shout out to marriage.com. I will leave the link in the description below. But I was trying to think of today's task for this, but I really don't know.
Tip your waitress. That's the task. Just make sure you tip your waitress,
but yeah,
in the words of Lafayette.
Telling your friends everything about your relationship can get you in trouble, because you end up on vacation and then Dr. Heavily was like, can you come sit in my chair with your man so I can ask you what's going wrong with your relationship? And then you'll be like, get the check. Get scoot, because your what's normal for you in your marriage and your relationship isn't the same as what's going on over here.
Absolutely. And Married to Medicine continues to be the best reality TV show that we have on in 2018 and probably in a long time as well. It is so fucking good. It's miles better than every other reality TV show that we're currently watching. It's so good.
What's the song for your soul this week?
The song for my soul this week, there was a tie. And the first one is going to be extremely, everyone knows this one. But I heard it, and then I heard it, like my soul heard it. Like, I've heard it before, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Mm-hmm. But then I heard it again, like, I heard it. Like, I heard it with the Beats headphones on, and I had smoked a J right before, and after you smoke a J and then you hear something.
Not a little J, what's that?
I don't smoke weed.
Well, figuratively.
Yeah. Anyway, but after I heard the song, I was just like, that's just, it's so deep. And no pause. The first one is by Daniel Caesar and Her, Her, and it's called The Best Part. The reason, like I said, that I was torn about this one is because it's new. It's extremely new, and I don't hear that much neo soul often anymore.
Not anymore.
In the last few years, like I hear R&B. R&B ain't going nowhere, but neo soul just feels like it took a fucking break. And when I heard this song and I heard it, like really heard it, I was like, that's a neo soul ass song. Mm-hmm. So if you've never heard Best Part by Daniel Caesar and Her, definitely go check it out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have, but it's neo soul. It's what neo soul should be in 2018. But the real song for my soul this week is Dreams. It is a song by Boots, which no one knew who he was
before Beyonce.
And then Beyonce put her legendary non-auto-tuned ass vocals on it.
Come on.
And made it the song for my soul this week. Boots is the song that you can close your eyes to and meditate on Michael B. Jordan not being into just white women. He's into you, and like he's your forever after. There are really not many words that I can describe Dreams with, because it's ethereal, it's extremely lyrical, it's amazing. And what Beyonce adds to it just would never have been a song without her. And I say that without even being a full Beyonce fan, in like just a music fan. I'm a music fan first, then Beyonce fan second. But what she added to it just made it art. So, Dreams by Boots featuring Beyonce. Go check it out.
The song for my soul this week, we mentioned Toni Braxton last week, and of course, after I listened back to the episode, I just went into a spiral of Toni Braxton songs, and the song that touched me the most was Talking in His Sleep.
Woo!
So, you think you know everything about your man, and then he lays down, and then he starts talking in his sleep and confesses.
Laying it low and spreading it wide.
Yeah, he confesses infidelity.
Yeah.
In his sleep, and then you got to figure out how to deal with this. You know, your relationship is going through its things. We just talked about this. But then he confesses his infidelity. And do you wake him up like, babe, what did you just say? Like, or do you let him continue the dream and profess what else he's been doing with this slut?
You push record on your phone, and then that way you have evidence.
Look at you. Okay, but Talking in His Sleep by Tony Braxton. With this song, the beat, the energy of the song, the lyrics, there he goes, talking in his sleep. And you know, so do you just let him go on for like a week or two? Because you know he's going to start talking again. And he's going to confess something else he done with it. Wanch. Tony Braxton, Talking in His Sleep. Song for my soul.
You have to be a journalist and get all...
Vigilant.
Yeah, get all the leads.
Get your Garrett notepad out. Definitely.
And then that way you have everything together to get his ass together.
Yeah, so there's that.
This week, what I'm here for, again, we talked about it at the top of the show, and it still qualifies to be my here for it because
things,
all the recognition, that she
Sorry about it.
Like, we should not be forgetting the achievement that Black Panther has done.
Yes,
this past weekend.
I agree.
There have been decades upon decades of white producers saying, Black people can't lead a film. An all-black cast cannot be bankable. You know, you need a white savior. You need a white co-star. You need a white comedic relief.
I need a Sprite because y'all get on my nerves.
To make something successful.
Oh, my stomach upset with all this drama.
In February of 2018, we disproved them. Black Panther has gone on to make over $400 million worldwide. The biggest...
In 3 or 4 days.
The biggest opening 4-day weekend of all time. Not just of Marvel movies, not of DC movies, of all
movies.
Of all time. That includes your Star Wars girls.
Does that include Carmen, a hip opera?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It premiered on MTV.
Don't do that. He's petty.
It wasn't even a movie. It was on the small screen. It don't count.
But think of like these big budget ass white ass movies with full white cast, full white leads, and they did not do what
Shout
we
out
did.
to Viola Davis said, if I'm the Black Meryl Streep, then pay me what I'm worth. Monique, this is the way you were supposed to say it.
Confirmed as well.
Go back to Black Panther.
But anyway, I'm absolutely here for this $400 million weekend. I argued with some of my white YouTube counterparts that said the $150 million estimate that they were estimating it to haul in this weekend. They said, "Oh, well, that's too much. Like, y'all being real cute. Y'all being real sweet with those numbers." And I was like, "No, it's gonna be more than that." I forecasted $300 million, and that's what I was arguing with in comments with some of my Facebook counterparts.
Imagine it being 400.
And it's $400 million. And I went back to go comment to the girls, but they had already deleted the video.
Bitch.
So I say that to say I'm absolutely
because they knew they were wrong. The uploader person knew they were wrong. So all the girls in the comments were like, "I don't want to have my fans out here looking like this."
Yeah. And so what I'm absolutely here for is us exceeding expectations in our goddamn kente cloths. Thank you.
2 things for me this week. I am absolutely here for Medium.com saying that Here For a Podcast is the go-to show for sex-positive gay black men. We are not afraid to go there and talk about all of the things. They classified us as an edutainment because we give you education, but yeah, hello, you getting your entertainment as well. So shout out to us making another list. Thank you so much.
Award-winning
Here For a Podcast. The second thing is I am definitely here for the new discovery that even in open relationships, men will cheat. I am all the way here for this study by Gay men fighting AIDS, and we talked about this extra on patreon.com/here4pod. Go listen to bonus audio.
If you pay us $1 a month.
But even in open relationships, men will cheat on you. GMFA reports that 52% of the nearly 1,000 people surveyed said that they were unfaithful in a monogamous relationship. And 45% of those respondents said that they know that their partner did not find out. So bottoms out here gotta remain vigilant, and then y'all think we being dramatic. And when I want to come over there because I left my charger over there, and I just need to come get my charger. It's not that you're cheating on me, but I left my charger by mistake on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to let you ride with that, but I knew it was a lie.
But 52% of y'all admit to being faithful in the study. So, I'm doing what I have to do.
By leaving your charger place so you can go back and see if he's still fucking another bitch.
Apple chargers are not cheap either. So, let's start with... I know a $76 charger is at your house right now. And I need to collect it before I go to work. 17% of people reported getting an STD from their extramarital affairs.
And or STI.
And so, even in an open relationship, they admitted to being in an open relationship. Even 40% of respondents confessed that they or they broke the rules of their agreement. When you agreed, like, okay, well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that, but don't do this, because there will be infidelity. Do not, and definitely don't do this, because true, I'm going to go to jail. And 40% of people in open relationships still cheat. So how do I get you to be faithful to me? How? I don't know what to do. I agree. That's almost half. But I'm here for the study. Here for it. I'm here for the study because it is a peek into what is going on in relationships with gay men. Nearly 1,000 men were surveyed, and as we can tell, niggas ain't shit. Download the playlist on my Spotify.
Yeah, well, I told y'all like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, get you one of them plastic men because they're not gonna cheat on you. I promise they're not. And so we have come to our sacred part of our episodes. It is
you
our
can't
last
cheat on this.
call. I'm not. I'm gonna drink it all, and I'm gonna tell everybody I drank it. In my mouth. It is our last call. Our last call means that we are taking a shot to our last and most important subjects. Mm-hmm. So if you are so fortunate to have alcohol in your presence, make sure you take your last call with us as well.
I'm scared. Ooh.
My last call this week, again, is Black History Month, and I want to make sure that we highlight our...
It is Black History Month, yeah.
Black stars, and unfortunately this one is gone already, so I'm giving him his flowers posthumously. But when he was making an impact on my life, I didn't really have a voice. And I do have a voice now, and so I want to make sure that I use my voice to say his name and talk about his work. Prolific author Elin Harris is the reason that I ever wrote anything about anything. He was the reason for the season. He was my inspiration to write anything, and I wrote before I ever put a goddamn camera on my face, before I ever let somebody else turn the camera and the lights on. I wrote. I was a writer. I wrote short stories. I wrote haikus. I wrote things. I wrote.
Erotica?
Yes.
Amen.
Anyway, Elin Harris is my inspiration for writing. If you've never read an Elin Harris book, and I've come across millennials that did not know who Elin Harris was, and that's why I want to make sure that we spotlight him today. Elin Harris died at age 54, but he's written dozens of books. The Invisible Life is the reason, again, that I write. Characters such as Basil are the reason that
Basil was so problematic. Basil was so problematic.
Are the reason that I am as sex positive as I am today. And knowing that there's nothing wrong with the way that I want to have sex, how many times I want to have sex, and who I want to have sex with. And I was given that inspiration by Elin Harris. And so if you don't know who Elin Harris is, you've never read an Elin Harris book, make sure you get on Amazon today. They're cheap. You can get an Elin Harris book for like $6 or less. You can get like audio, not the audio.
Ooh, in the way the wind blows.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just as I am.
A love of my own.
Just as I am.
All of his works.
Basketball Jones.
Oh yeah, I bought that one. I have that one in my collection. Mm-hmm.
And so
I need to buy Invisible Life because I rented that from the library as a teen. I think I told this 1,000 times. I rented that one and I used to hide it in my pillowcase and went back home because I didn't want them to know that I was reading gay books. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they caught that B-Boy Blues. Shout out to James Earl Hardy, but that's another thing. But Elin Harris, I was reading those books first. Woo! Got me through it. I knew who I was.
For myself. I know for myself.
I know for myself.
How about that, Sade? And so again, I want to make sure, at least if our audience has never heard of, don't know what I'm talking about, actually not reading a book right now, get you one of these books.
Get you.
I will appreciate and respect you so much more after you've read these books. There are anthologies. These are books that should be movies at this point. And so with the money that Black Panther has made this week, I feel so encouraged that hopefully before the time I'm turning 70 and 80, we can make movies about full black gay characters the way that we have figured out ways to make movies about full black people that are not light skinned. And so that's my last call. Elin Harris, forever.
You know, Nielsen.com, the people that measure TV watching and album sales and all those things, they report like the LGBT consumer spends more money at malls. They go see more movies. They spend more concession stands. The gay dollar, these companies understand it. We've got to help them understand, like we did with Black Panther, to understand the black dollar. The black gay dollar is just as valuable.
Yeah.
They were talking about how Starwood Hotels, which owns Marriott, and Courtyard, and a lot of different good chains.
Embassy Suites.
Oh, that is owned by Marriott.
The way that they cook them omelets with the bacon early in the morning, and it's free in my mouth.
Just like we slayed with Black Panther, the black gay dollar is just as valuable. One, because we're black, and they definitely want to. All organizations are interested in the black dollar. The black gay dollar is just as powerful. I want you guys to keep that in mind. We love you, and thank you for supporting Black Panther, because we know that even though we weren't recognized in that film, we know it's coming when the budget is even bigger, because we want them to tell the best gay story that they possibly could if they were going to tell it. Anyway. My last call this week goes out to there's one album by this girl group that came out February the 17th, 1998.
So it's not Danity Kane.
20 years ago to this day, and Coachella is coming up.
Ooh.
I know.
And her braids is out.
So Latavia had to retract because Latavia don't want to mess up this check.
I don't want Latavia to be there. No shade. I don't want Latavia. We don't need Latavia. Can we just have Latoya?
I was going to say, because we at least got to have Latoya.
I was just want Latoya.
You got to do Latavia because they both found the suit together for new management. And they said that they deserve it.
Latavia is going to fuck this up. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, 20 years ago this month, Destiny's Child released their debut album, self-titled Destiny's Child, with their lead singles No 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 Part 2 and With Me Part 1. They were fighting for a third single, but it didn't go nowhere. Jermaine Dupri didn't work his same magic that he did with Escape, so they just went on to the second album, Witch Slade, featuring a hit single by an Escape member. But shout out to Destiny's Child in their debut album, Destiny's Child. And in the interviews at like BET Teen Summit, Beyonce stood front and center and said, I can't see any one of us going solo. And we know how that turned out.
Games.
So, that's my last call. Shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to the group that started it all 20 years ago this week. February the 17th, 1998.
Thank you guys for listening to Here for a Podcast. We appreciate every minute that you listen to us. We would appreciate it more if you go over to our Patreon and donate at least $1 a month to keep this podcast alive. We have a 1-year anniversary coming up. That we've been talking into these same microphones and trying to talk shit to you girls and be funny, and also be educational at the same time. And we can't do that without you. And if you would at least donate at least $1 a month, we can continue after our 1-year anniversary.
Come through. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am still the other light skinned Keith Sweat. And we will
oh my God, I thought you had got a sunburn.
We'll see y'all next week.
It's February and it's 70-something degrees in DC. Woo!
Bye.